here. I'm here with golf coach, Mr. O'Neill. And Mr. O'Neill, just like to ask you how you're doing today.
So far, pretty good. Thank you.
That's good. So far, how's the golf season going?
Having a good year so far. Whereas I think we've only lost a couple of matches. We have an overall good group of guys and some young people as well as some upperclassmen. So it's going in the right direction for us.
Nice. So what's exactly your job with the O'Day golf team?
So basically, I'm a supervisor, so I drive the bus to Jefferson Park and the matches that we have. And then I work with what's called a developmental team. We have a certain number of players that are on varsity, 8 of them. And we have 4 that are on the developmental team, so students that, players that just need to get, continue to get better to add some more value to the varsity.
I like that. Speaking about the O'Day golf team, what have been, what do you guys think the strengths have been of the team, and what are some things that you guys think you need to work on?
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing, we don't really have any real standout. Patty Mahar is probably our best golfer, but it's really balanced in between, which is really good over a long period of time to have a balance where you go to a match, you have everybody that can compete. So I think that's the level we need to do. And the things that need to work on are a couple. One would be the short game, hitting the ball from 50 yards out, and also putting. Those are the 2 components that I think if we get better at over the next couple of years, that's going to make us quite a bit better.
That's good. Who would you say are some players on the team, leaders that have been able to guide this, guide the team, and lead them throughout the season and make improvements? Yeah,
so Patty's been really good leader. Zach has been a really good leader. John Pornoki, how do you pronounce John's last name? But yeah, quite good. They're very good with other players, showing them the way with good leadership. So those are a couple of guys I think that are quite helpful.
That's good. So speaking about who you guys play, do you know you guys' record where you guys staying in the standings and next step for like the postseason and stuff after that?
Yeah, so this will be our final week. We have a match today against Garfield, and then on Friday we play Seattle Prep, and at that point they will designate we'll go into the Metro playoffs at that point. And this year, because of some changes, some schools have dropped out of the 3A and have gone to 2A and 1A, I think. We'll only have 6 people that will be designated to move on after Friday, which is, so that should be good to have the 6 people. It's unfortunate we don't have 8, but that's just the way things go,
Yeah. So it's just some fun questions. What's one of your favorite things about being like the driver and like watching the golf team?
Yes, it's interesting doing extracurricular activities like I've coached lacrosse in the past with it. It's the way to get to know our students a little bit differently, right? Versus being in the classroom.
Yeah.
How they do when things aren't going well. Yeah. Especially golf's a hard sport. How do you work through it? And to be part of that and be able to try to add some value to that is something that's been really fun for me to do.
For sure. And final question: not saying like you guys are not saying anything would mean the season's bad, but what would you consider like what you guys accomplished in the season? What would you consider that like a successful season, or we accomplished something we really wanted to do?
Yeah, so I think that's a good question. I think what the important thing is, I'd like to get through metros, and at metros go to regionals or districts, I think it's called. If we can move on from there, that would be a really good, successful year to have, let's say, 3 or 4 guys that can move on.
Yeah.
Be able to maybe compete for state. That would be our goal.
For sure. Well,
okay.
Well, that's to do. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome, Jacob.
Thanks. Good stuff.